went through to the semi-final, but was beaten in 2 straight games by the man promoted from the qualifying. In the bottom half of the draw, we knew we were going to have a home finalist because it was an all Hong Kong affair. In fact, as you can see, we had 3 players from Hong Kong at quarter-final stage. That really is fantastic for the host nation.
Please welcome finalists of men's singles.
Well, what an occasion for both of them. For both, it's the first ever Super Series tournament final. So logic dictates one will win a first ever Super Series title. Well, the young man from India, I say young man, they're both young men, they're both 22 years of age. For Samir Verma, replaced Jonathan Christie in the draw when Jonathan Christie, unable to recover from the injury he picked up in Germany at the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold. Well, sport is all about grabbing opportunities when they arrive. Well, the announcement says Indonesia. He's from India.
Semi-finalists of French Open 2016 were ranking number 14.
Angus. The first home player to be in the final for 17 years. That's in the men's singles discipline, of course. Tam Kai Chung was in the final in 1999 here at the Hong Kong Open. But he becomes only the 2nd player from his country to contest a Super Series final. Hu Yun is the only other player to have achieved that. He's 14 in the world ranking at the moment. He has been, as you can see, as high as 9. And it was the man who has been in a Super Series tournament final, Hu Yun, whom he beat in the semi-final stage. Now, not one of his opponents was seeded. So that's extraordinary to get through to the final of a Super Series tournament without having to beat a seed on the way. Well, his opponents, Samir Verma from Dar in Madhya Pradesh, lives in Hyderabad now because he trains at the Puluela Gopichand Academy. He's been as high as 35 in the world ranking. Now, not that you can tell from that, but his semi-final opponent was against the number 3 seed, Jan-Or Jorgensen. Incidentally, his first 3 rounds were all against players who'd either qualified or been promoted from the qualifying. So as far as his match yesterday against Jorgensen, he had to come from 17-20 down in the 2nd game. Now, I'm not sure whether we should count those junior results in head-to-heads. Their only meetings previously have been in junior tournaments. And the reason I say that is because we don't have that data for all current active players. So it's a discussion point anyway, whether we should show head-to-heads, including junior events. We certainly don't count junior titles towards career title count. So our court officials, Andrea Cipoppini from Italy, Mark Kiane from Belgium, our service judge. Well, he's hoping to become only the third player in the history of the Super Series, Verma, to win a Super Series title when they've either come through the qualifying or been promoted from the qualifying. Only two other players were both Indonesian and both achieved that at the Singapore Open 2014, Simon Santosa. And earlier this year, Sonny Dwi Kunchoro came through the qualifying to win the title.
Angus, Hong Kong, China. And on my left, Samir Verma, India. Inkalong Angus to serve, level, play.
Well, a good start from Ankar Long. I was mentioning that Hu Yun has been in Super Series tournament finals previously, 3 to be precise, and he lost all 3 finals. So obviously if Ankar Long were to win today, he will create history. He's the first ever player from Hong Kong to win a Super Series men's singles title. No player from Hong Kong has won any title here apart from Wang Chen winning the women's singles.
2-1.
Wang Chen winning in 2008. So he'd also become only the second ever home winner of a title here at the Hong Kong Open, if he were to win. Well, for Samir Verma, he's only the third player from India to contest a Super Series final. Srikanth Kidambi, of course, has won 2 titles. China Open of 2014 and his home Super Series event last year. AJ Jayaram was beaten in the final of the Korean last year.
5-1.
So Samir Verma, well, to say this is a leap forward in his career is a gross understatement. This is the ideal start, isn't it, for the home player? I wouldn't be at all surprised if Samir Verma is just a little bit nervous. Verma has never even been in the final of a Grand Prix event, let alone a Grand Prix Gold event. And for him to be in the final of a Super Series event, now you understand what I mean about a giant leap forward. He's won international challenger events and international series events, which are lower tier of tournaments. That's a nice net shot. Yeah. Oh, crikey, that was mighty close, actually. Oh, what a drop shot. Well, I doubt if you'll see better than that. Yeah, nice. Well, whichever of these two players wins, it will be the 6th unseeded winner of the men's singles at a Super Series tournament this year. 5 previous. And I was saying that this is the 4th time that the men's singles final contested by 2 unseeded players. The first was in Singapore, when qualifier Sonitui Kunchoro beat Song Wan-ho. It's remarkable to think of Song Wan-ho not being seeded. Then it happened in Australia, and then it happened in French. Hong Kong coaches there. Luan Jin and Liu Shiheng. And they'll be mighty happy with their man so far. Six-point advantage after just 5 minutes of play.
多啲先壓埋佢後場先，冇俾佢先壓你，佢推得比較多嘅，所以多啲你先壓佢，有機會再點兩邊踢兩邊動作，繼續咁樣嘅節奏啱㗎啦，一捉到就打落去，啊 ，OK。
Just lots of reassurance and reiteration of what they've discussed previously. Tactics are obviously working, so the advice to Ng Ka Long is keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you stay ahead of him. Keep a gap between you and Verma as far as the points are concerned. Scoreboard pressure. Well, I'd love to know what the Indian coaches have advised their player. No, a little bit lucky with the net cords. But we all need a bit of luck.
11.
Yeah, the backhand from Verma just got a little bit deflected by hitting the top of the tape. Oh, it's just wide. Well, in April earlier this year, when I was reading in one of the Indian newspapers that Pullela Gopichand had said that this young man was going to be the next Srikanth, I got very excited about watching him play because I hadn't really seen him at that stage. Ah, Chan Chi Choi on the right as we look at them. 2 times in the final here in the mixed doubles. 27 and 28 years ago with Amy Chan. Well,
10-13.
I wonder if he's gone a little bit too conservative. Ankar Long, having heard the advice of his coaches, that's gone wide, and now there's just 2 points in it. Sometimes players need a definite tactic that they can focus on rather than just being told to keep doing the same things. Start wondering in your own minds. What exactly you've done up to that point. Oh, oh, that's called out. I'd challenge that. Wow. Oh. No, once the shuttle changed. Quite difficult to tell the difference between wanting the shuttle changed and asking for a challenge. No, just missed it. Well, a packed arena here at the Hong Kong Coliseum. And the fans absolutely loving that last rally. Oh, great defence. This is a big point. Yeah. And he's found his target. Yeah, very good indeed. Yeah, now this is what he was doing earlier, Ankar Long. I thought until the mid-game interval he was dictating the pace, he was pushing his opponent to the back, then he was making him twist and turn with some beautiful angled shots and good smashes. And I thought after the mid-game interval he went a little bit passive. Well, back to command in the rally again. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, it really is lovely. I was talking yesterday, if you were with us, when he was playing against his semi-final against Jano Jorgensen, about how you can't tell with his overhead shots which way he's going. He's got very good disguise. And that's created simply by the same preparation for every shot. Push it long. And Ankar Long just 2 points away from this opening game. Luck of the net court and game point opportunities. Opening game to Ankar Long, and he's one game away from making history. Making history on 2 counts. There's confirmation of the score of the opening game, 21-14 in a little over 15 minutes. And of course, if he wins the next game, or one of the next 2 games, then Ankar Long becomes the first player from Hong Kong to win not only the Hong Kong Open, dating all the way back to 1982, but also the first player from Hong Kong to win a Super Series men's singles title. Created history last year by becoming the first player from Hong Kong to win a Grand Prix Gold title. That was at the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold. Does history beckon again? Now, of course, India have had a champion here in both the men's singles and the women's singles. Saina Nehwal in the women's singles, but in the very first Hong Kong Open, Prakash Padukone won the men's singles. A legend of the sport, especially in India. Yeah, the Hong Kong flag there. The 5 white dolphins in the centre of the red flag. The white dolphins, of course, famous. They live in the Pearl Delta here in Hong Kong. Well, some of them are pink, and I've seen them, and they really are pink. So 1 game to the good, Ankar Long. Yeah, good aggression from Samir Verma. Well, his older brother, Saurabh Verma, has won 5 career titles. Samir has won just 4. Oh, it's just wide. Just wide. Yeah, gasp from the crowd, the indecision. Just wide. There's no doubt his ranking of 43 at the moment, Samir Verma, that's going to go shooting up after this week in Hong Kong. Oh, that is sensational. Not only the disguise on the shot and the accuracy of the shot, but the tactical awareness. Well, it's almost a mirror image of the opening game, isn't it? Because Long was 7-2 up. Only won that last rally. He's only 3-7 adrift now, but it was 7-2. Yeah, I think the reactions of Samir Verma, something I was very, very impressed with yesterday during his semi-final against Jorgensen. A number of times I thought Jorgensen had perhaps played a winner from the front of the court, and Verma didn't just get his racket to it, it came back with interest. Yeah, there again. Look at the reactions are just unbelievable. He had no right to get back those first two smashes. Verma. Oh, that was the second one. Twice against virtually any other player. And Long would have hit a winner. There's the reactions again. And then he counter punches. After good defense, good reactions, the counter attack. Oh, as with the opening game, the score at mid-game interval is 11-5. But in that mirror image of the opening game that I was talking about, here in the second game, it's Verma who has the advantage. One. Yeah, that defense there from Verma, absolutely superb. Very little backswing. Oh, he's so quick around the courts, Samir Verma, that he forces opponents to try and play perfect shots, like a perfect net shot there. Because otherwise he's going to get it back. And when you try and play the perfect shot every time, inevitably there will be one or two errors. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Brilliant. Look at that angle. And then immediately plays forehand net to his opponent. And look, he's going down Ankar Long's backhand side again. He's making Ankar Long twist and turn. Forehand, backhand. It's clever, clever play. It's gone long. 15-7. Well, it certainly does look at the moment, doesn't it, as if we will be treated to a third and deciding game. I'm not sure the home fans would concur with me, that being a treat. They'd much rather see their man winning 2 straight games, but it looks improbable. Well, for all us neutrals, I'll be fascinated by a deciding game. fans muttering away. What on earth has happened here? Looked so good in the opening game. Well, I think that's probably the first service error of the match, isn't it? Oh, goodness me. Well, there you go.
19-9.
First two service errors of the match within a couple of rallies. Game point opportunities to level this final at 1 game apiece. Oh, that was going out, wasn't it? Well, that certainly has. 1 game all. 21-10, the second game. Verma bounces back after that opening game and takes the second 21-10. 31 minutes into the match and it's 1 game all. This is the last rally. Oh yeah, no, it's right to play it, I think.
要係啦，要搶一搶，有時要攻一攻，冇俾佢打得好順，所以你上去咧，自己個網前嗰度咧，先搶搶高點彈戳搶攻都唔緊要，呢邊咧順風仲夠要先一上去嗰個搶嘅下先唔需要又係重新嚟過㗎啦，要正常打㗎啦，反正呢度又係咁樣，要個節奏就該攻佢俾佢唔好俾佢。我們要可快可慢係啊，一定
Well, the Hong Kong coach is urging Long to get to the net first before Verma. Well, third time in the history of the Super Series that India has had 2 players in the singles finals, the 2 singles finals, so 1 in the women's singles, 1 in the men's singles. The first 2 tournaments that happened at, they won both titles. China Open of 2014 and the India Super Series last year. Now, obviously, the players favour that far side of the court for playing conditions with the drift. strange because some of the players earlier in the week were telling me, some of the European players, that they preferred this near side of the court because in singles then they felt they could really hit through with their clears and their pushes to the back of the court, and that it was the shuttle would hold up, whereas from that far side you've got to be wary. Oh my goodness. Well, I said he was good at retrieving. And not good enough on that occasion. Yeah, and Carlong, well, he's right to try and attack, because if he hits deep, there's this danger it could go long of the back line. Yeah, super. Coach Madhu on the left. Lovely to have her back. And after her illness, one of the few female coaches that travels the world tour. It's a good rally. It's a very good rally. And it's quite possibly the longest rally of the match so far. Yeah, nod of approval from the Hong Kong bench. Yep, 39 shots. Longest so far. Oh, look at that defense, look at that angle. Oh, that's clever. I like that. That is clever. Imparting slice on his over the head here in Carlong, so the racket head still comes through pretty quickly, but with the extra spin created from the glancing blow of the shuttle, and the shuttle dies much quicker. It's gone long. That goes down as a missed opportunity.
4-7.
Well, I'm seriously wondering whether the drift has changed today in comparison to all other days. Brilliant. Yeah, perfect. That's long as well. So it's a 7-point advantage for Ankar Long. Well, he's just 10 points away from creating history. First home player to win a Super Series title, our first home player to ever win the Hong Kong Open men's singles title. Well, the enormity of that he's got to completely put out of his mind. Yeah, the fans very much trying to get behind their man, urging him, encouraging him towards the finish line.
11-4, play. Service over, 5-11.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's a bit of a sideways drift as well.
6-12.
From right to left. Which means that shuttle's hit down the right-hand side of the court as we all look down on it now. Liable to come back in. Oh, don't believe it. Well, my goodness. Well, the defensive shot here from Samir Verma. Oh, certainly no lack of effort, is there? Total and utter refusal to give up on the point.
Angus.
Gone long of the back line. Superb. My goodness, you could have heard a pin drop during that rally.
15-6.
9 points the advantage. Indian coaching bench looking a little bit perplexed right now.
Service over. 7-15.
Yeah, it's good angle. You see this tactical awareness, this
Service over.
intuitive decision making.
16.
Oh, that was going out. Surely.
9-16.
Oh, it's landed in.
10-16.
Well, a couple more points from Samir Verma here. And I think that Enkar Long could get a little bit nervous. Oh, he read it. Yeah, he's annoyed at himself, Samir Verma.
17-10.
Oh, well, that's inch perfect, isn't it?
Service over. 11-17.
Hit the top of the net and just trickled over. Tight spinning net shot, forcing the error. And 3 points away now from creating history. Two tantalising points needed. One point needed to become the first player from Hong Kong to win a Super Series men's singles title. 1 point away from becoming the first winner, home winner of the men's singles title at the Hong Kong Open, dating all the way back to 1982. He's done it. The Hong Kong Coliseum erupts. And Carlong, the first man in the history of the Super Series to win the men's singles title. He thanks his coaches for their support and their advice. Well, we thought a year ago when he reached the semi-final, what a huge achievement that was. Because a year ago he became the first home player to reach the semi-final of the men's singles since the inception of the Super Series. This year, he's gone home with the title. History in the making. Record books rewritten. Super Series title number 1 as Mum watches on. Well, delight for the family, delight for the man himself. Well, spare a thought for Samir Verma. He gave it his all and he gave us a thrilling final. But there, confirmation, Carlong winning in 3 games, 21-14, 10-21, 21-11 in the deciding game in a match lasting 50 minutes. It was a week both of them will remember forever and a day. So the players invited to march into the prize presentation area.
Miss Helen Yip, General Manager of Sunrise Hong Kong. And Mr. Lee Wood, CEO of MetLife Hong Kong. Yonex Sunrise 2016香港公開羽毛球超級賽，大都會人壽世界羽聯世界超級賽系列男子單打 Men's Single of Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open Badminton Championships 2016, part of the MetLife BWF World Superseries. Our runner-up, Verma of India.
Samir Verma of India. Well, despite defeats in today's final, he has shown the world that he is a real contender at the very highest level. And Carlong, the first man from Hong Kong to win not only the Hong Kong Open, but to win a Super Series men's singles title.
First, we have
a tournament for the 22-year-old from
多謝湯會長。
Da in Madhya
跟住請
Pradesh.
劉江華局長為我哋頒發獎杯。Mr. Lau
Well,
Kong
Hong
will
Kong
present
has only
a
ever had
trophy.
one winner of the Hong Kong Open prior to this year. Now they have a second. They have a men's singles champion. And it's come in the form of Ankar Long. What a tournament he's had. Delight for the home fans. And what a wonderful achievement, not just for Ankar Long, but all the Hong Kong squad. They've all played well this week.
Thank you, Miss. 有請劉長珠女士為我哋獻花。Miss Vivian Lau, please, to present a bouquet for us. Thank you, Miss Lau. And Mr. Lee Wood will now present a MetLife souvenir.有請各位嘉賓同兩位運動員影翻張合照留念呢一張歷史性嘅照片。象徵住香港嘅羽毛球運動又踏上新嘅一步，向前邁進咗一大步。整個香港隊喺今屆香港公開賽嘅表現，實在令人感到振奮同埋驕傲。Thank you, all the honourable guests。咁啊，稍後咧，我哋會有個致送紀念品嘅儀式，請阿湯英佳會長稍為留步。Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to Verma and Angus. Thank you, Sam. We look forward to seeing you again next year. Well done, Sam. And congratulations to Angus. Hả, 咁啊，頒獎台之後咧，我相信家朗咧仲會有好多時間咧會接受傳媒嘅採訪啦，仲有好多影相嘅機會嘅。咁喺呢度咧，再一次恭喜你，為我哋香港帶嚟榮譽，為我哋帶嚟興奮同埋難忘嘅時刻。跟住落嚟啦，我哋有個簡單嘅感謝狀及紀念品嘅致送儀式，我哋請香港羽毛球總會會長湯英佳博士代表大會致送獎狀。We now have Dr. Tony Kai, SBS MBE DBA, President of the Hong Kong Badminton Association Limited, to present certificates of appreciation. 首先係裁判長，來自保加利亞嘅 Mr. Pencho Stoyanov, Referee Mr. Pencho Stoyanov from Bulgaria. Thank you, Mr. Stoyanov. 副裁判長。 from Singapore. Thank you, Mr. Lee. 香港嘅副裁判長周日光先生 Our local deputy referee, Mr. Chow Yek Kwong.
好，周常會長。
香港嘅助理裁判長鄭榮基先生 Our local assistant referee, Mr. Chen Wei Lee.
好，會長謝生呢度，中間。
Thank you all referees.
好嚟，大家望中間。見到邊度？呀。
多謝多交會長。各位嘉賓、各位觀眾，我相信大同我一樣，也係懷住非常之開心，甚至係激動嘅心情，去欣賞餘下落嚟，我哋仲會有2場嘅精彩賽事，分別就係女子雙打同埋男子雙打，請大家繼續欣賞。
What excitement and joy for the home fans, and of course for Long himself, a first Super Series title, and he's done it on home soil. Next up is women's doubles, and it's the Olympic silver medalists Camilla Rutayul and Christina Pedersen up against Wang Dongping and Li Hyun-wei, looking for a first Super Series title in their second final in 2 weeks. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, you can see 3 Japanese pairs in the top 8 there. Now, you're only allowed 2 pairs at the Super Series finals, so that means that Matsuo and Nato will not be going to Dubai. The pair at number 9, Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan, winners of the recent French Super Series, they will book their place to the Super Series finals instead. Well, as far as the Danes are concerned, by virtue of the fact that they're in today's final, it means that they will go above Zhang Qiang-eng and Shin Sung-chan in those Destination Dubai final standings. Well, as far as the draw is concerned, 5 different nations by quarterfinal stage and just 4 seeds. By the time we got down to semi-finals, well, there was only 1 seed, and that's the Olympic silver medalists, and only 2 different nations, because as you can see, 3 Chinese pairs in semi-final stage. So it is the Danes, the Olympic silver medalists, against Wang Dongping and Li Hyun-wei.
Please welcome finalists of women's doubles.
So the current European champions, in fact the 3-time European champions appearing in their first final here at the Hong Kong Open.